right, Barcelona fans. Barcelona win earlier today, 5-0 against Las Palmas. Nothing really to necessarily gloat about, but, if if we would have struggled or even worse, tied or lost, it would have been newsworthy. But, Barcelona, you know, well, I guess just a rundown. Suarez scored two beauties of a goal. Messi and Artur Turan scored two rebound goals. And Alexis Vidal had a nice little run into the box where saw him slot a nice shot in the bottom left corner to seal the game, and was notably very emotional after the game, which I'll get into through the summary. So let's get into it. Barcelona, started off creating opportunities like they usually do. Good high press. The lineup for today had some few missing people. Neymar was notably rested. PK as well. Iniesta as well. I believe Rafinha filled in for him. Andre Gomes also was included into the lineup. I am a big fan of Umtiti, so I'm glad to see him getting a lot of playing time as well. And Alexis Vidal also had, obviously, because I mentioned him scoring, took over for Sergio Roberto, which I don't feel like he's being used enough. And that's, again, I'll get into that later on. But, Suarez converts their first goal. Andre Gomes played a nice little ball, cut back into him, which Suarez scored on the first time. Then there was other build-up opportunities that should have been continued on as unjust offsides, which again is the consistent theme here. Is the fact that the far side man is keeping a player on, but the linesman can't see them, so they just automatically assume that it's offside. And this has to be fixed, not even just in La Liga, but just overall in the game. I mean, there is at least one offside call that is onside due to the far side player that the linesman just can't see. Now, if FIFA is so stern on wanting to change the game and keep putting in new referees, then, I'm all for the one on the end line. But to justify some of these calls, we need two linesmen, I think. I think there should be two linesmen for each side, not just one. And I mean, I know that kind of like loads up the officiating, but it's so needed at this point. Like we need that. So there was two opportunities actually where this actually happened, where the far side man kept, I believe Messi and Suarez on, or is it Artur Turan, I believe. And the same thing actually happened in the second half. But Suarez was the only one who scored in the first half. Barcelona continued the pressure. But and before I go on, I mean, I know people from other leagues or fans of other leagues like to shit on the opposition that is in La Liga. But these teams like Eibar, who Barcelona will play soon, Sociedad, who Barcelona will play in midweek in the Copa del Rey, and Las Palmas today. I mean, these guys put up a scrap, man. I mean, it's not like, it's the score line always kind of makes it worse than what it really is. You know what I mean? Barcelona really, like I said, they scored 4 goals in the second half, and a lot of them were kind of in toward the last 20 minutes. Las Palmas puts up a good scrap. They, play to what their advantages and what they can do. So, I mean, I feel like, other fans of other leagues kind of shit on really the testament to the teams that are doing well, like Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid and Barcelona. Like, you can say it's a two to three league, their team league, but these are efficient teams that know when to just keep going. Anyway, I'm kind of running off. So Messi scores. He scores off a rebound from Rafinha cross. The keeper wasn't able to hold onto the cross, and Messi was right there to knock it right back in the back of the net. Suarez scored a nice little turn and shoot, and clinical. This is one of those games where he definitely shows you his that striker number 9 ability that Barcelona kind of seemed to miss in seasons before. It's so clutch to have him, in this team. He's still remains to be one of my favorite signings that we've made in recent years. And just minutes later, he caught himself in an opportunity one-on-one with the keeper, wasn't able to convert, but Arda Turan was right there to sweep it up, and that made it 3-0. Or was it? No, I'm sorry, that was 4-0. It made it. Then, a nice little Paco Alcácer and Rakitic, and I don't think Mateo had came into the game at this point. But these two were subbed in for Busquets and Suarez, obviously, who came out. This is one of the one shining moments for Paco Alcácer or whatever. This dude is not cutting it. He is just a black cat in front of goal. He actually had an opportunity gifted right to him. Played it one-on-one with the keeper and literally was slightly nudged by the oncoming defender and just totally lost it and fucking shoots it out. Like nowhere even near the goddamn net. He is not cut out for this team. I mean, and it's sad because like when he comes onto the field, there's so many people that are just hoping and praying that he can just convert a goal and just score, and it's just so pathetic to see him this trash, man. It's awful. So, I mean, yeah, that's the one thing to really harp on, I guess, with overall performance. I'd still like to see the team a little bit more effective in the first half because, again, this Barcelona is epic for creating a numerous amount of chances, but better teams come along, we got to be a lot more efficient in front of goal. So I think that's really the main thing to go on to. Barcelona play Real Sociedad in the Copa del Rey on Thursday, so be prepared for another video then. And they also will face Eibar on Sunday. So other than that, keep it easy, guys.